Kekkei Genkai or Bloodline Limits allow certain ninja to perform unique jutsu. And more often than not, because these jutsu are so rare, these ninja end up being exceptional in the world of Naruto. We've already seen a few Kekkei Genkai in the gameplay footage and trailers from Shinobi Striker, and recently a scan has confirmed a Susanoo ability that you learn from Itachi, as well as Pain's Chibaku Tensei or Planetary Devastation. So, today we're looking at what else there is. My name's Globku, and these are the Kekkei Genkai that we want in Shinobi Striker. Number 10, Particle Style, or Jinton. Just like the old man Onoki does in the anime, and Mu, the Tsuchikage that came before him. So this Kekkei Genkai is a mix between the earth, wind, and fire-based chakra, which is made into this ability that can disintegrate anything on a molecular level. Now this sounds overpowered, but in the game where there are multiple one-shot abilities, it wouldn't be too out of place. Especially since the particle style requires some preparation. The user must first shape the particles into the shape they want using their hands. Only then they get to fire it. Also, it's a very chakra intensive technique, which lines right up with this game's one-shot abilities. Both the Kamui and the Kirin, they take a very long time to activate. Number 9, Wood Style. Wood Style has been such a powerful style throughout Naruto's story. Not only was it the style used by the Senju clan and Hashirama, the first Hokage, it's a style that has been coveted by many modern ninjas, including Orochimaru, who through researching Hashirama's cells even gave this style to Yamato while he was a test subject. Through this Kekkei Genkai, the user's own chakra is converted into a source of life. So not only can they create wood on any surface, including the user's body, they also have strong regenerative abilities. This chakra type is also known to suppress and control the chakra of the tailed beast, so if the tailed beasts somehow make it into the game as abilities that players can choose, then this could be seen as a natural counter. Number 8, more Sharingan. Yes, Sharingan is already in the game, but we've seen it so many times throughout the anime that we could still see a lot more abilities in the game. So far we've seen the Amaterasu, Kamui, and another Sharingan ability that works as a substitution, negating any attack that comes your way, and now through the scan we have Itachi's Susanoo. But since the Sharingan was so popular during the anime, its abilities just kept on piling up. Some examples of things that we could see in the game are the Izanagi, for instance, the ability to change one's fate. This could easily be in the substitution jutsu slot, and maybe you could even use it after dying, but once you use it, just like the anime, you lose the light of your Sharingan, meaning you can only use it once during a match, maybe twice since you have two eyes. Another Sharingan ability that could make it into the game is the ability to actually copy your opponent's jutsu, instead of simply negating their effects. It's not something completely unheard of in competitive games. For instance, in Dota 2 there's this character called Rubik, who literally steals the last ability that another hero has used. So at first glance, I don't really see this causing a balance problem, but if this was gonna be in the game, they would probably have given it to the copy ninja Kakashi already. But hey, these are just some extra abilities that the Sharingan can have, and that's not even to mention the Sharingan's Genjutsu ability, which, speaking of, number 7, Clam Genjutsu. Now we still don't know if any form of Genjutsu is making it into Shinobi Striker, and how those Genjutsu abilities will work if it does make it, that's another thing we don't know. But if we are getting Genjutsu, might as well get some of the best Genjutsu out there. During the Great Ninja War, the resurrected second Mizukage summoned a giant clam. And this clam was able to cause a lot of trouble for a full army of ninja. And that's while the second Mizukage was trying to help them, straight up telling them how to counter the Genjutsu. If this ability makes it into the game, it should be similar to how it worked in the anime. Maybe the player could summon a giant clam that would manifest in some way, maybe by creating clones of your teammates so the enemy would be confused and wouldn't know who to attack. And the Genjutsu would only end once the enemy players actually destroy the clam itself, which could be an easy time for you to counter them. So the only problem with this jutsu is that I'm pretty sure it's not a Kekkei Genkai, so maybe it doesn't belong on this list.
Clickbait! It's clickbait! This list is clickbait!
Number 6, Darui's Gale Style. Gale Style or Storm Style is the combination of lightning and water-based chakra, which creates these energy beams that can be guided towards an enemy. This seems the perfect ability for a ranged type character. I'd also love to see Darui's Black Lightning style make it into the game, but that's actually not considered the Kekkei Genkai, and we already have enough clickbait in this video. But the Storm style definitely is a Kekkei Genkai, and even if it isn't rare, as apparently several shinobi from the Hidden Cloud can actually use it. Number 5, Boruto's Dojutsu. So we don't really know what this ability does for Boruto, besides, giving him the ability to detect things that the normal eye can't, like chakra, which makes it similar to the Byakugan. But the reason why I'd like to see Boruto's eye in this game is purely because there's not enough Boruto in this game yet. Almost every character and abilities showcased here come from Naruto Shippuden, and I really want this universe to move on and show us some new stuff. So even though we don't really know what it is yet, I'm very curious to learn more about it, and seeing it working in-game would be an awesome way to do it. Number 4, Magnet Style. And Magnet Style comes in many different forms. Gaara and the third Kazekage are able to manipulate iron sand with their magnetic powers, but it can also be used to manipulate other metallic objects. In the game, however, I'd love to see this as iron sand manipulation. We've already seen the Sand Shield, which is not really iron sand, but it's similar. But we need other sand abilities. Sasori used a bunch of iron sand abilities using the third Kazekage as a puppet. So Sasori's Iron Sand Spear or the Giant Hammer, heck, he could even teach us the Iron Sand World Order as a secret jutsu. Number 3, Lava Style. Another nature combination Kekkei Genkai. This one has obvious advantages and disadvantages in gameplay. So when compared to Fire Style, the Lava Style is typically slower. The projectiles aren't as fast, but fire can vanish pretty quickly. If it doesn't hit an enemy, it just disappears. Lava, on the other hand, can form pools and stay in the map for a while before vanishing. It would be perfect to control the arena, as you spit pools of lava every time you can. Plus, it would probably mean that Mei would be a mentor in the game, teaching you abilities. And if she's teaching you the Lava Style, she's also got some other pretty interesting stuff to teach as well. Number 2, Ice Style. Wind plus water equals ice, and we've seen Haku use this Kekkei Genkai very early in Naruto, and he quickly became one of my favorite characters in the entire series. Ice techniques were pretty rare during Naruto's runtime, and that made Haku really stand out, especially his technique called the Demonic Mirroring Ice Crystals, which completely trapped their enemies inside this cage of mirrors, while Haku slowly killed them with well-placed needles. Now, I don't really know how the developers would implement this in the game, but it sure would be interesting to see them pull it off. Besides, Haku could have other ice abilities. Maybe he could make a path of ice to have you slide across the battlefield, giving you, some movement abilities. Who knows? And at the number 1, Bone Pulse. The manipulation of your skeletal structure, as Kimimaro did in the final episodes of the original Naruto, before the fillers. Kimimaro is another fan favorite, because we haven't seen this type of jutsu anywhere else. Well, until Kaguya came along and ruined it for the poor fella. Kimimaro has been in many Naruto games in the past, and they've done some interesting things with his bone manipulation abilities, be it shooting the fingertips from range, creating melee weapons with his own bones, even surrounding his entire body with spiky bones. The only problem with including this ability is that Kimimaro will probably only be able to teach you 3 different jutsu, because that's how many slots you have. But the possibilities for this Kekkei Genkai would be near endless. And those were 10 Kekkei Genkai that we'd like to see in Shinobi Striker. As usual, folks, feel free to leave a comment and complete this list down in the comment section below. And for last week's video, we looked at 10 ninja tools that we want for Shinobi Striker. You can watch the video right here, and this was my favorite comment addition to that list. If you're in the mood for something else, there's also the video at the bottom, but as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku, and I'll see you guys next time. Boy.